Great. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Lynn Van Dievender, and I'm the Director of Projects for the Common Pool, the company that was responsible for the design and development of the SC2 Challenge. As you may know, this is a White House initiative that came out of the Domestic Policy Council and is being administered by the U.S. Department of Commerce Economic Development Agency. There are 3 cities participating in the SC2 Challenge. They are Greensboro, North Carolina, Hartford, Connecticut, and of course, Las Vegas, Nevada. Each of those 3 cities went a competitive bidding process in order to participate in these competitions. So for those of you who aren't yet familiar with the specifics of the competition for Las Vegas, we ask that you go to lasvegas.sc2prize.com where you can read up on the competition. And you can see that URL up in the left-hand corner there of Jordan's screen. One of the advantages of this program design is that we've been very transparent and open and fair in terms of what's required to participate, who will be assessing each of the submissions, how the submissions will be assessed, and how scores and comments will be used for the applicants. All of that information is available for you on the website, again, at lasvegas.sc2prize.com. However, for today's purposes, we're going to assume that most of you have already familiarized yourself with this program. And what we're really going to do for probably the next 20 to 30 minutes is dig into exactly how you're going to go about acting as a judge. I believe all of you are members of the evaluation panel. And so Jordan will be walking you through that process and show you how you'll be scoring the teams that have been assigned to each of you. So before we turn it over to Jordan Blumhart, who is our prize administrator for Rampant Software, and who will be leading us through that presentation, I'd like to stop and turn it over to Tammy Christensen with the City of Las Vegas.
Good afternoon, judges. I want to thank you all for being an evaluation panel member on behalf of the city. We hope that this will be a valuable contribution of your time. Proposals for the grant will be distributed on Monday, October 6th, and we ask that you complete your review by October 30th. Right now, it looks like you will have about 4 proposals each to review. If at any time during the next 3.5 weeks you have questions, please call or email me and I'll help walk you through the process or answer any questions that you have. We plan to take the recommendations to council on November 19th, so I will be in contact with you prior to that meeting so that we can nominate a chair to help present these proposals or recommendations at that council meeting, and as well as invite you to attend the council meeting. Again, if you have any questions, please call me. With that, I will turn it over to Jordan Blumhart with the Common Pool.
Okay, to walk through this entire judging process, we'll go ahead and start here on the main page at lasvegas.sc2prize.com. You will all be each provided with a login with your an email address and a password to log into this website as a judge. But right now, we're just going to go ahead and log in as a sample judge. Click Login at the top right of the page. Once you log in, you'll be brought to a dashboard page. On the dashboard page, you'll have a box that provides basically a summary of your judging history information. These are all of the submissions that you will be judging or need to judge yet. You can click Review on any of these submissions from here. You won't necessarily see all of your submissions though, so the best place to go would be to either go to Full Page by clicking Go to Full Page down here, or go to the Dashboard menu and click Judging History. On the Judging History page, you'll be provided with a number of different types of information. With each submission, you'll be told who is responsible for submitting that submission, the start date of judging, the score that you have provided for that submission, whether or not your rubric or your scoring has been finished, and the closed date of that submission scoring. Let's go ahead and walk through one of the judging process on a submission. We'll click Review. Once you're on this page, on the review page, in order to view your submission, any of the submitted information about the team or their documents, you click on this submission box and it'll expand. So we'll have all the contact information from the primary contact, and then we also will have all of the documents and a video if they submitted one with their submission. You can download the documents, the executive summary and the economic development proposal, to review them, and either view them on your computer, or you can even print them out since they'll be in PDF format. All you have to do is click on the document link right next to its title, and it will automatically download, or it will download onto your computer where you can view it. When you're done with reviewing or getting these documents or this information, you can click this box again and it'll just shrink back up again. When you're ready to start judging the proposal or the submission, there are 3 different judging criteria or criterion that you will be judging, 3 different pages. And to start with that, you will read the instructions in the black box that will give you kind of some questions and some directions on how to think about that section and how to judge based on that criterion. When you're ready, you can go ahead and give a score for that section. All you have to do is click on the bubble on this bar down here and drag to the score that you think is appropriate. One thing that'll help kind of determine that is we have some short descriptions above each one of these score sections that kind of gives you an idea of what that submission should feel like or should include in order to really get that score. That concludes your scoring for that section. Each judge is also required to provide feedback to the participant, and that will be done down here in this comment box at the bottom of the page. Your feedback is very minimal. The requirements are very minimal, just 50, up to a minimum of 50 characters of a comment. You can give much more than that if you prefer. This just gives the participant an idea of maybe why you judge them that way, or any comments that you would like to give to them based on their submission. When you are finished, make sure you click Save. If you don't, and go ahead and click Next to go to the next section, it will prompt you asking if you would like to save it or not. And I did not save it. If at any time you would like to leave this judging page, you do not have to finish the entire judging submission before you exit. Once you've clicked Save, this one section is already saved. So if you ever want to go back to the judging page for any reason during your submission or during your scoring of the submission, you can just click on Judging Overview. That will take you back to this page. Go ahead and click back in. One other thing to notice is since I saved Judging Criterion 1, when I return, it automatically brings me to Judging Criterion number 2, since that's the next one that I have not completed. So we'll go ahead and just give this a score really quick, and a comment, and save. And we'll go ahead and just finish this submission out very quickly so I can give you a few more notes on information you can see on the Judging Overview page once you're done. So now that we're done saving all 3 sections, we'll go ahead and go back to the Judging Overview page. A few things have changed on this page now that you've completed all the sections. Once you've completed any of the sections, a score will appear here in the score column. But once you complete all of them, it'll show your full score. And then it will also tell you here in the rubric finish that you are now done judging all of the sections of the rubric. So your rubric is finished. And it will also give the option to close your scoring on that submission. Basically saying, I am done with this submission. I am 100% set on these scores. I don't want to make any changes. I'm going to close this right now. You do not have to do that right away, though. If you're the type of person that would prefer to kind of get an idea of your judging and get a feel for how some of the submissions are, just to make sure that they're, maybe you were judged too heavily or too lightly on a submission, or you feel that way, then you can go back and you can adjust those scores or add comments or anything like that to that submission. But once you click the Close Now button, that entirely seals it, and that is your final score. So just for that sake, demonstration's sake, we'll click close now. In that review of other submissions, if you want to go back and quickly review a submission that you scored or your scores, you can click on the score directly and it will pull up all of your judging criterion and all of your comments related, so you can quickly review them that way. And finally, if you have, if you need a reminder of this process or need to be walked through it again, there will be a help video here right on this page. All you have to do is click help in the top right, and it will pretty much be this presentation, just probably a little more brief and concise, that you can watch through again, or you can read through the directions by clicking on view show closed caption, and I'll give you all of the text content of the narration of the video. At this point, I believe that concludes the overview and the walkthrough of judging. If you have any questions or comments, I will turn this back over to Tammy and Lynn.
Jordan, this is Tammy. I have a quick question. So you
Sure.
said you can go back and decide that you want to change the score, but can you only add to the comments, or can you delete and put a new comment down? Can you alter what you've already typed once you've hit save on the comment section?
That is a good question. I believe you can edit and change what you've already put.
Okay, we also had a judge just join us, so once we wrap up any Q&A with the judges that are on the call now, if you can just hold and stay with me for a moment, we'll do a quick run through for this judge.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, is there an ability to toggle back and forth between the proposals and your evaluations?
The easiest way to do that, you can't directly toggle within the evaluations, but you can jump back here to the judging history page and click back into your other submissions that you're working on.
Jordan, you could also, is it possible, I think you can probably also have two windows open.
Sure. Yeah, you could do that as well. Mm-hmm.
All right. And then this is a web-based program, right? So it'll run on a Mac?
Sure. Yeah, I'm actually doing this whole demonstration off of one right now. So.
Okay, good.
Any other questions?
Well, I'll have to ask another one. I guess we're gonna. When do we know who we are and when do we get our passwords? When does all this start?
So you'll get the distribution of your proposals on Monday, but you should have already received the email with your login and password, and then you would go in and change that. But we can resend it to you today if you didn't receive it. Okay. So Aisha, we'll resend those again today, Scott.
I'll look and see if I got it.
All the other judges are checking as we speak too.
Yeah. I don't remember getting it. Maybe I did.
I saw it and I thought it was for this. Where did it come from? From her?
Yeah, it would have come from Aisha Casimir.
Oh, okay.
Last week, I believe it was last Thursday. In any event, we'll resend them just to be on the safe side.
I did get mine. This is Michael Cornthwaite.
Good job, Michael.
Any other questions? This isn't your last opportunity, of course, so if anything happens to come up, once you get off the call or even once the process starts next week, please know that Tammy is your first point of contact, but that also standing behind her is our technical team as well. So any questions that come up that she's not able to answer, we're also available to answer those and help support you guys.
And how many proposals can we expect to receive to review and judge?
4.
Okay.
So if there are no other questions, then Jordan, I'm going to ask that you do another just quick run through from start to finish of how to score.
Certainly, I can do that.
But anyone that would like to hang up may go ahead and do that. No need to stick around for the second round.